Welcome to Gaming Vid, your channel for everything related to the gaming industry and the financial markets. And today, my friends, we have to talk about Bloober Team, which is a company that is publicly traded at the Warsaw Stock Exchange. So it's a Polish gaming company, and they just developed Silent Hill 2, published by Konami, which came out basically, or which is coming out the 8th of October, and which is already out in an advanced access. That's how it calls here. So you can play it already if you pre-order the game, or if you buy the digital deluxe edition, better said, then you can play it already. Therefore, we have already here overwhelming positive 1,263 people gave this game a review, and it's overwhelming positive. So also overall, my friends, we have some very good reviews. So IGN Japan 100, Eurogamer 100, IGN France 100, and then also some other professional reviewers that give the game a good review. So what is the company behind? The company behind is called Bloober. That's Bloober, my friend. So, and unfortunately, everything on their page is in Polish. So therefore, I used AI to translate some of their reports, and also to write to analyze those reports. So this is a little disclaimer. So let's have a look at the stock. So here's the stock in Google Finance. So it's a market cap of 440 million. That's round about 100 million euros. So it's a small company. And this is the 5-year chart, as you can see here. So maybe we make the max chart. So the company exists already since 2011 and had a terrible phase then in 2012. 13, 14, so it was an under one slotty company, but hey, since then people made a lot of money, 2,275%. This is then mostly the founders or people that got some equity in the company that are profiting from this. It's very rare that public investors were actually getting into this company probably in 2015, and the big run up was then in 2020. The company was really having this Corona bubble run up 400%. That's really crazy. This is the time when all the stay-at-home stocks were having a big pump. And then fast forward here to the 5 years. So I bought this company. So I bought it round about under 20 zlotys. I bought it, and I had a stop loss now, so I have to admit. So I'm not invested anymore in this company. I was invested in this company on Friday, but before the closing, my stop loss was triggered, and I sold Bloober Team, my shares, with around about 36% up, I think it was. So it was a very small position, so I just made also a very small gain in comparison to my overall portfolio. So if you check out my market overview or my update on my gaming portfolio, you know exactly how much I was invested in Bloober Team. So the stop loss has been triggered because I was a bit, I thought that it's very much possible that we're going to see on Monday or on Tuesday, so when the official release of the game is going to be, that we're going to see actually a sell the event situation. And then I thought so it's very much possible that the stock could fall to the 15 zlotys. And I actually, to be honest, guys, I still think this is possible. I myself have an order around about 15 zlotys again to purchase some more, but I didn't want to get punished again like with CI Games, with 11-bit or CD Projekt and all the other Polish gaming companies, because there's some sort of a system actually behind this. Let's call it a system, that those stocks always every time then the big game comes out, and Silent Hill 2 is now the big game, that we see a say the event situation. So I think it's not excluded that we fall back to the 15 zloty. So it's just in general the gaming industry doesn't work so much as at the moment. So and Bloober Team is so dependent on Silent Hill 2. And what is now if this game is not selling as it is as everyone was expecting? In such a case, it doesn't matter if the game has an incredible good rating. The only thing that counts is this game selling enough. And at the moment, we are in a situation where other games, like the Ubisoft games or other games, are actually not selling very good. So therefore, I could imagine a sale the event situation. But hey, on the other hand, my friend, so if we now pop up like 10%, so fine for everyone that's in it. So yeah, when you have a stop loss, it doesn't feel good. When the stop loss gets triggered, it doesn't feel good. And I normally don't have so often a stop loss, but in a company where now this event, the release of the big game is coming, there I just try and just part of a new strategy. So therefore, probably I'm completely wrong here, guys. So, but you make your own research, you make your own due diligence. That's very important. So you don't buy any stock that you see here. My videos are just for information and entertainment purposes only. So that's the chart. So if we go to the financials, as you can see, I mean, the company actually, when all the other smaller gaming companies were dropping like stones, so this company was holding up pretty well. So, and then you have to ask yourself, what's the reason for this? So here we see actually they had some good numbers, revenue in 2023. So we don't have the numbers here from 2024. Therefore, it's very difficult to say if those numbers, the usefulness of those numbers to analyze the company right now is maybe a little bit less strong. So followers 71,000, 1,700 overwhelming positive reviews. That means maybe 40,000 people going to play this game. So then we're definitely under the follower number, because the follower number is always an indication that companies give their investors, say, yeah, we have so many wish lists and so many followers for a game on Steam, and this means something. But in the end, you still need the people to buy this game. So, and therefore also here I'm a little bit more. Yeah, I think if we go to the stats, let's go to the stats, we see actually here the top sellers in Steam, and there I have to say it's only on the 9th place. So a game that is overwhelming positive, is extremely well rated, is only the 9th place. It's behind the Satisfactory. It's behind the TCG card shop simulator. Well, FIFA Sports, of course, behind this. Throne of Liberty, a free-to-play game that has from Amazon. And even Counter-Strike 2. So it's a new game. So it's still a bit low, but just ahead of Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. So that's something we just have to keep in mind. And therefore, there is a high risk. If I see it here, there's a high risk that the stock is actually selling. But it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's a bad stock. It doesn't mean it's a bad company. Definitely not. It just means it's a stock that depends very much on one specific game, and it's where we're trading sensitive. Guys, all right, so I think you want me now to talk about the numbers. So let's talk about the numbers. So this is the page, everything in Polish. I don't speak Polish, therefore I have no idea what they're writing here. So you see some of the previous games. So they're starting to build a back catalog. That's already a good thing. So this is a report, and we are basing also now an analysis with the help of ChatGPT on this report here. That's in Polish. So therefore, if you speak Polish, so probably you just read this, then you don't need my English translation. So, but I say this as a disclaimer. So here everything in Polish. So that makes everything a bit more difficult for investors. So if there is an English version, then you tell me. So here, for example, we have a presentation that's in English. So I like that. And then we have the number here. We have some numbers also in Polish, and I'm going through those numbers with you a little bit later in this video, also in English. So see, nice, number one psychological horror developer. Most horror games on the market face the same problem. They rely on cheap thrills cheap jump scares, violence, lack of immersion, no meaningful stories. Our DNA guides us. Bloober Team's games are designed to be multifaceted and create an immersive experience for players. Each of our games has its own hidden meaning that on one hand is meant to evoke strong emotions and on the other hand helps players overcome their real-life suppressed fears. So hidden horror subject catharsis. So I'm not going to read everything, but I recommend you if you're interested in the company to get yourself a little bit into this. So team that can deliver. Looks like a very nice polished team, so very cool. Bloober Team history, you see the games that they were releasing. Layers of Fear Observer, Layers of Fear 2, Blair Witch Observer, then Medium came out, Layers of Fears. So this was recently, and now we have Silent Hill 2. So Layers of Fear. So that's the Layers of Fear. Layers of Fear. This is the first one. Also, they had a VR version. Observer was popular. So here you see all those beautiful little games. And then Layers of Fears. So I played the demo. I liked it. I didn't buy this game yet, but definitely going to buy this game at one point. And the Medium also very interesting game, so I'm also going to get this at one point. So I'm waiting actually for good sales here. So, and this is Silent Hill 2, and where we are now, Bloober Team made a significant impact on the horror genre. They've become one of the hottest horror game studios around. Then beyond this game, so they're going to make a TV series on the basis of the Medium and our partners, so etc. So this is to motivate some people to invest in this company. So companies need this, and therefore we're going to check out now. I made a little PowerPoint, my friends, and therefore let's start. Yeah, that's my little PowerPoint on the basis of information that they delivered, and I used an AI to translate it in English, as I say here, and also to analyze it. So it's maybe therefore a little bit more positive, so keep it always with a grain of salt. So in the latest report, strong financial performance, that's what Bloober says. So this is now from the press communique. So from an investor's perspective, the provided text about Bloober Team highlights several key points that make the company an attractive investment prospect in 2024 and beyond. Record revenue growth. So Bloober Team achieved, I'm saying it immediately in euros, so 9.32 million euros record revenue growth in sales revenue in the first quarter 2024, marking a record in the company's history. This revenue is up 39% year over year, a significant indicator of the company's growth momentum. The net profit, my friends, the company reported a net profit of 3.42 million in first quarter 24, reinforcing its profitability alongside revenue growth. So that's very good. Strong profits indicate operational efficiency and market demand. So this is then what the AI is concluding out of the numbers. Next one, strategic transition to main market. So Bloober Team's transition from New Connect, alternative stock exchange in Poland, to the main market of the Warsaw Stock Exchange is a sign of the company's maturation and stability. This move solidifies its strategic position, giving it access to a broader pool of investors and enhancing liquidity for its shares. So therefore they should also obviously make their website in English. Notably, no new shares were issued during the transition. That's always good, which is positive for existing shareholders as their holdings weren't diluted. Expansion into larger game development. The company is positioning itself in the upper echelon of game developers as it shifts focus to larger productions with partnerships like Konami for Silent Hill 2 and Private Division, part of Take-Two Interactive, for a new unnamed project codenamed C. Codename C with Private Division. What could this be? Bloober is aligning itself with major players in the industry, increasing its visibility and market influence. So codename C. Carrie? Is it Carrie? Like the Stephen King horror movie book? I don't know. These partnerships offer a strong growth trajectory and indicate a strategic focus on higher budget games that could yield larger returns. Very good. And therefore Silent Hill 2 needs to sell now. That's very important. And this has an impact on the stock, my friends. New brand launch, Broken Mirror Games. The launch of Broken Mirror Games is a significant development for the company's long-term strategy. This new brand focuses on second-party game development and self-publishing, enhancing Bloober's control over the production and distribution process. This shift towards self-publishing reflects the company's ambition to increase its margin and reduce reliance on external publishers. The ability to collaborate with external studios through this brand also helps Bloober Team diversify its project pipeline, which could reduce risk by not relying solely on internally developed IPs. Very good. Then resilience and stability. The company's management emphasis is stability in an unpredictable market. So the CEO Barbieno's statements that Bloober has built a stable business resistant to market shocks is particularly reassuring for investors. So this is now what, on the basis of the communique, what the AI says. So, and it's not what I'm saying. So therefore, take it with a grain of salt. So, especially given the volatile nature of the gaming industry, this reflects confidence in the company's cash flow, market position, and strategic planning. That long-term strategic vision, Bloober's commitment to self-publishing as a dominant part of its business model fits into its medium and long-term strategy. The text emphasis that Bloober is laying, so the press communique, is laying the foundations for sustained growth over the next 15 years, so very long-term. So they really want to be also an independent company for the next 15 years. So that's good to know, seeing all those acquisition of companies. With an eye on increasing control over its product lifecycle and diversifying its revenue streams. Very, very good. Not becoming a one-trick pony. So investors' takeaway. This is what the AI says again. Growth potential. The company is experiencing robust revenue growth, particularly with major releases on the horizon, so Silent Hill 2 here. Investors can expect continued upward momentum, particularly with its push into bigger game projects and self-publishing. So I would take this with a grain of salt, because this can also be a negative. Strategic clarity. The transition to the main market focus on larger productions and the launch of Broken Mirror Games all suggest a clear forward-thinking strategy aimed at growth and market expansion. So yeah, I guess you can say this. Risk management. The emphasis on business stability coupled with strong financial results. Yeah, they're not bad, the financial results. Positions Bloober Team as a resilient investment in a volatile industry. Keep in mind, guys, I mean, it's still a micro stock or a penny stock if you like so. So it's still a very small stock. So if the industry, but they were still resilient actually during the market crash now in the gaming industry. Long-term vision for investors with a long-term horizon. The company's plans for the next 15 years signal that Bloober Team is building towards a future of self-sustained growth, making it a potentially rewarding investment as it evolves into a major player in the gaming industry. Yeah, I mean, this is what... This is the press communique, that's marketing speak. So in conclusion, from an investor's perspective, Bloober Team presents a solid opportunity driven by strong financial performance, strategic partnership, and forward-looking approach that balances growth and stability. So I guess you can say this. I mean, also, and therefore again, so stopping this now, let's go back to the chart. I mean, this is a good long-term chart. So you can basically say this. So it's not wrong to say this. This is a good long-term chart, my friend. So we really have to admit this. So there's no reason why the stock wouldn't go up now in the future. But as I told you, I had a stop loss, so I'm not invested right now, and I put a new order in. Normally I'm not trading, but in this case a sell the event situation might come. So therefore I'm not now jumping directly in and buying the stock now immediately at this valuation. So I think we're going to see more or different chances. So I think we could see different chances. So I'm not jumping directly into it. So that's always important, my friends, to know. All right. And then this is now web. I'm showing you this everything and polish. Therefore, I want to show you this this document. So I was translating the document more or less into English, also with the euro numbers. So what do we have? Key financial data consolidated. So assets, total assets, that's always here. 2024, we had 34.8 million, and you can see actually from 21, 50% up in total assets. That's nice to see. Equity, also 20, yeah, let's say 25 million, also up from 21, from let's say 15 million. Long-term liabilities actually quite stable, 4 million, quite stable. Short-term liabilities also quite stable, so that's actually good to see, because I'm always looking for the liabilities. Then we have revenue, and revenue is actually now in 24, I see it's down. So in 23, over 20 million. And then 24, it was in March, it was 9 million, let's say. And then 11 million, 10.7 in 24. So revenue actually is very fluctuating. It's very strongly fluctuating. But liabilities look not too bad. And total assets is going up. So they create a back catalog. They create more games, and the games they can sell over the long term. And they actually don't. They're not like other companies. The games do not really get so much cheaper over the long term. So really have to say this. Operating profit. Operating profit is at the moment, with regard to 3 years ago, it's like half of it. So it's starting to stabilize, so really all over the place. Profit before taxes are up, but with regard to 21, which was the strongest year, we had half, a little bit more than half of it, 3.3 million. Then we have net profit. Net profit was also completely all over the place. Now it's around 3 million. 3 million, yes. So I'm just comparing it here. So, then 5.7 million in 21. Net cash from operating activities, yeah, more or less stable, but 23, end of 23 and March of 24 was a bit less good. This analysis shows significant growth in both assets and equity. However, while revenue has grown, the net profit fluctuates with a noticeable drop in 2023 compared to 2021, but recovering strongly in 2024. Liabilities, both short and long term, have generally decreased since 2021, but saw some fluctuation across the periods analyzed. So those are the numbers. Those are the numbers, my friends. All right, so then we have this presentation here in Polish. I can't speak Polish, so I cannot show this to you, but more or less, I guess they talk about the games, their partnerships, etc. So you can also analyze them with ChatGPT if you don't speak the language. So then, my friends, I would say it all depends now on the success of Silent Hill. If we get actually some numbers on the copies they have sold, we all know now they are overwhelming positive in the ratings. They have 71,000 followers. It means there is a high probability they're going to sell a lot of copies, but of course they don't get all the money because it's a game by Konami, and Konami is the publisher, so they are the developer. But it gives them an opportunity to do more partnerships, to make partnerships with other companies, make other remakes. So to slowly grow. They're going to have those opportunities because the reception of Silent Hill 2 is very good. But the question is, of course, if the game is going to sell now so massively. I mean, it's not like a game that I would say is for the complete mainstream mainstream gamers. So it's already a little bit more specific. So it's a bit more particular game, a psychological horror game. So it's not totally mainstream. Therefore, we will see how well it is going to sell and how many people will play it in 1 day and 8 hours. So when we have the numbers of the people that are online right now, but as I said, the ratings are very well. So I hope I'm wrong and the stock is now surging like crazy. I hope I'm wrong. Then everyone is happy that still holds their Bloober Team stocks, so shares, and for the rest. So I'm happy to get in this company again, because long term and medium term I still like them. I think they're very interesting. Short term, I think there's a higher risk that we lose some of the momentum. Alright guys, so with that I'm leaving it here. So I hope you enjoyed this. I make a lot of videos. I hope you enjoyed this PowerPoint summary, the analysis by the AI, all of this. So I'm very transparent, open here. I'm giving you all the disclaimers you need so that you can take your own decisions, that you can make your own due diligence. So of course Bloober Team is a niche company. It's a very small stock. So if you sell it, and if you sell it or if you buy it, you're going to have an impact actually on the stock. So yeah, and Warsaw, it's probably more for the Polish viewers, and also I think you can buy it in Frankfurt. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.